Let's do this quick. All right. What up, peeps? Ha! What's up? It's a little low in my head, but I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to get up again. Thanks, Joe. All right, look here. Word up, people. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up? So it is February 18th. It is a free day morning. Time out. It's February 18th, a Friday morning. I wanted to do a quick video about promos, just to kind of get you caught up on, stuff and stuff. Mostly caught up on what I'm doing to market my books. As of last night, book 1 has like a 4.5 star. Book 2 has like a 4.5 star rating. 4.5 star rating. So book 1 has 12 ratings, and it looks to me like I've got a 4-star rating, like spot on 4-star rating there. Let me see, 4 out of 5 stars, correct. Now with A Greedy Shadow, I have 4.4 out of 5 stars. And there are a couple new ratings since last I was here. Rebecca. Another roller coaster ride following Elliot in his journey, still carrying his stain with him with the same fate. Will the same fate befall his son Dathan? Elliot bravely struggles to stay on the light path. Darkness lurks ever so sneakily, just steps behind. I'm still contemplating the deeper underlying philosophical current hidden and woven in this story. Bring on book 3. I mean, that's awesome. But book 3 is going to be a departure. Oh boy. Darker, deeper down the rabbit hole. This is Alina Hart. This is such an interestingly dark and twisted tale that is complex in its storytelling as much as it is magical. Continuing the story from the first book, A Greedy Shadow dives deeper and explores the world more vigorously. Steady-paced, a creative force. 4 into the dark? I don't know. Beautiful and ugly, and yes. I read that one. That's Sima, or Sima. That's Anya, in Hermione. I don't know why I said that. All right, great. 4.4 stars, 4.4 out of 5 stars for book 2, and 11 ratings. All right, so 12 ratings, 4 stars for book 1. I did believe that book 2 was the stronger of the two, but I was real concerned about some of the content in book 2. It is definitely hardcore in terms of having some triggering scenes. So there, I even have a warning on the website. All right, here we go. So we have, I've been using BookFunnel to run promotions. Now, BookFunnel has lots of things in it that I am unsure how to use yet, but I'm working on it. And one of the things that I will do is I will go through all of those in detail in course eventually. I'm saying that I better do it, because if not, I'm a total bona fide liar. Thanks, Joe. So promos are where an author on BookFunnel decides to run a promo list with a bunch of different books, free books or sale items, or, there are various ways. I am only doing free books so far. I have not created a sales page on BookFunnel. That's one of the things that I want to look into, because I need to be able to sell book 2 or get book 2 to people. And right now I have book 2 as an excerpt, the first 27 pages of actual writing from book 2. So basically the prologue, chapters 1 and chapter 2, to get enough to really get you into the story and feel compelled to read more. That's the idea. Because the prologue is all the Aerie seeing Elliot finish his quest, finish his Kolos. Then chapter 1 begins right where the last book left off, except it's a dream, it's a memory, it's not actually happening in real time. So he's not really meeting Cora for the first time. He's dreaming about that first meeting, and it quickly delves into a very, very dark dream. So chapter 3 is the first actual chapter that is story that shows Elliot and Roland and Leah and Cora. So I felt like that was a nice chunk. 27 pages, still very easy to commit to. Yeah, but a good hook, a good reader magnet. So without explaining a whole ton about these promos right now, I'm just going to tell you that I have 2 promos running right now. I've signed up for like 6 or 7 through the spring and maybe into summer a little bit. And then BookFunnel is sending me updates every time there's a new promo that has something to do in my genres that I've signed up for, which is dark fantasy, horror, fantasy, those kinds of things. And what it is basically someone like me could do this. So I create a promo, and it's genre specific or topic specific, or there's some other kind of niche that kind of drives the promo. That's not creepy at all. So I signed up for 2. So the first one is Dangerous Women. And all of these stories have dangerous women. And I'm actually on my computer right now scrolling through. So, and I will try to pull this footage in. You can see there is now all of these are fantasy. All of these are dangerous women in fantasy novels. And so in most cases, it's the woman is the main character. And it looks like there are some hypersexualized covers here. But you scroll, and you get very close to the bottom, and there is the Scarecrow Hunters. The thing that I'm interested in showing you right now is how different my cover looks from the rest of these books. So I'm just scrolling through, and for a lot of these, there are illustrations of women or photos of women on the covers. Oh my God. Some of these are really bad. Some of these book covers are really bad. Some of them are great, though. Some of them confuse me, or some of them look really interesting and make me want to read it. But in scrolling through, no matter which, just my cover stands out as being different at the very least. I don't know that is good or bad, but it does stand out. So if I move on to the next one, which is just free fantasy for February. So this has nothing to do with dangerous women or whatever. This one is a bit more generic. The covers are a bit more hit or miss, if you ask me. Some of these are really bad. I'm not going to say which ones I think are really bad. And the video, in case you're watching this and your book was featured in the promo, the video of me scrolling is not synced up to any audio. So if I stop on your cover when I'm saying something negative, it has nothing to do with your cover. It's totally whatever. So in this one, I mean, my cover stands out as being pretty damn good. But again, you can see lots of people, lots of busy covers, lots of stuff going on, lots of color, lots of, I mean, the good ones. Way back when I was designing my own covers, which happened, and maybe I'll pop in a couple of those covers here to show you what I was doing for past books. I was creating covers myself. I'm pretty sure I probably mentioned that I would get my brother to illustrate a little something to help me with the cover, but I would essentially design the cover using a toolbox that I had downloaded from various sites that I had commercial license to design with and create with, royalty-free content, whatever. One of the toolboxes came with tons of like book covers, which was weird, but that's what they came with. And so I used that as kind of an inspiration to begin with and to design my own covers. And I liked this dual tone. Basically, there's one primary color and then black. And I thought that looked really good. And I did the original Scarecrow cover that way. Then I did an updated Scarecrow cover that way. And I illustrated a Scarecrow on the cover myself. And then when Logan illustrated the final version of that book, the actual book that was published, he followed the same format of having one primary color and then black, only we flipped it. So it was black on that color, and his idea was to flip it so that it was the color on black. And that way there would be no possibility of the black on the spine not lining up quite right. Because I will tell you, that is one thing with print on demand, is you do get inconsistent print quality. Because they're printing so fast, and it's you know, they're not like running this massive print job where they can tweak it and get it just right. Literally, if the machine or whatever is off by a little bit, you know, it may not print quite right. Print well enough, unless you're very, very, very picky, which both the German and the Twink are. Both Anya and Logan are pretty damn peculiar when it comes to that kind of thing. Even in the way that the illustrations print in the book, they look great to me, but to both of them, the quality suffers because of the print on demand and because they rasterize the images when, you know, all of this, you know, whatever. It's complicated, but it still prints and it looks good. And for the average reader, they're not going to know that they're missing details or whatever. And that is unfortunate that the original, I mean, like if it compressed my story when I uploaded the files, that would not be cool at all. But anyway, I don't have that kind of visual mindset, and that is off topic. Duh, of course it is. So, long story short, too late. I designed the cover for book 3, The Singing Bones. And Logan actually had that with him in Idaho and was reading it, and several people that he interacted with saw it, and he would often say, so someone saw the book I was carrying today, and we're like, that's a cool cover. I want to read that. Because people do judge books by their cover. Which is the whole point of this. Like, so looking at all of those covers, I made a choice, even when I was doing some research, and I didn't do a ton of research, but one of the things that they being the publishing world, suggest doing when looking at, like I did a cover design workshop online with Readsy, I believe. And in other places, they always say, research, go online, go to Amazon, go to your favorite bookstore in person, and go to the section, the genre that you write, and pull books out, or look up books in that genre, and look at what your best-selling book covers look like. And there is this kind of, there is something very logical about creating a cover, designing a cover that is in keeping with the type of covers that are selling books. Now, obviously, we know that it's not just the cover selling those books, but the cover does absolutely play a role in that. So there is a bit of there's good logic there, not a bit. There's good logic in looking at what already works, what works well for selling books in this time, in this pocket of time, for these specific genres that you're writing for, and then kind of replicate that or use those as inspiration, like a mood board, whatever, when you're creating. And they're very flashy, very colorful, kind of gamey, honestly. Gamey in the sense of video games, not gamey as in you shot a deer and dressed it and cooked it for dinner. But that doesn't feel right for my book series, my series. That feels too polished, too modern, too current. I want my covers to feel a bit more like the world they represent. Not that there's anything wrong with the way other authors do their covers. I mean, that seems like a good idea if you can design one of those covers well. If you can't, then, it's going to be really cheesy and not necessarily a good thing. But there's other logic here too, which is, in my case, my logic was, I don't want to create a cover that's going to look like every other cover in the genre. I want to create a cover that will stand apart, that is going to be good, that is going to fit the genre, that's going to feel correct for the genre, that is going to feel correct for the content of the books, but that is going to stand apart from other books in the same genre, so that when people, let's say that people are searching for a dark fantasy novel on Amazon, and that book that they're searching for comes up, but then all the other books that are similar genre come up, and they're just scrolling through to see what's what. They see my book. It looks and feels different from everything else, but clearly feels like dark fantasy. That's what I'm going for. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. Do you think it's working? Do you think I'm succeeding in my plan of creating covers that feel right, but also unique and different and stand apart from other books in the genre? One other thing that I wanted to say about BookFunnel's promos is that I have 2 promos running right now. And BookFunnel, in order for them to download the free ebook, they have to give me their email address. Obviously, this is a way for me to build my newsletter. That's specifically what I'm doing right now. My target is to get 1,000 names on my email list in the first year. So I started 2 promos, and they started around February. They started on February 5th. Since February 5th, and today's the 18th, I have added like 60 something names to my email list. Most of those, I have 100 subscribers to my email list now. And there were 8 or 9 of those that were already there, and I think 15 from Authors XP, or maybe 25. But the bulk of these, 60 plus of these, are, yeah, like 62 or 63 of these came from BookFunnel from running these promotions. So that's pretty good, you know? Actually, that's really good. I didn't expect to have those. Now, people will unsubscribe, you know, that's already happening. I've had like 6 to 10 unsubscribes so far. Out of 100, I would say that's not bad. The whole point of building an email list is you want to add names that are going to stick and who are going to engage with you as an author, who are going to want your updates, who are going to read the emails that you send. I don't think I explained this, but the reason these promos work well is because I put my book in the promo. It is there on the promo along with every other book there. Well, every other author who has a book in that promo, they are going to share that promo with everyone on their mailing list, like I have done. I've shared it on my mailing list. I will do a reminder email with my mailing list in a couple weeks when they have 1 week left for the Dangerous Women one and 2 weeks left for the Free for February one. I will also share them on, I've shared them on my social media. I will share them independently together. I will share them independently on my social media as well. Again, throughout the next few weeks. Now, no one's following me on social media, but what that does is that gives me a rating on BookFunnel for sharing, and some promos require me to have a minimum number of subscribers. Some require me to have a certain percentage score. I can't remember the word for how I actually follow the rules and, you know, for the promos and share the content and all of that above 30% or something like that. So some require a certain number of downloads, click-throughs, whatever for the book cover. Otherwise, it gets deleted. So there are restrictions, and right now all I can really do are the free ones, or not the free ones, but the ones that I believe they're all free, but the ones that don't have a minimum number of subscribers and things like that. But it's working. It's working, and it sure beats the hell out of me scouring subreddits and Facebook groups to try and reach out to people individually, although I do still plan to do that. But there you go. That is kind of where we are. I'm transitioning to a new job this month. And so I'm lagging in writing book 3. My target is to have 4 chapters written or rewritten, edited, reworked, whatever, every week, so that I can have that thing to my editor sometime this summer and hopefully still make it for an October 31st release. We'll see if that happens. Halloween is when I'm going. Although I may go for October 4th because I released both of the first books on the 4th, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making noises now. Anyway, peace out, home skillets. You do good. You do you well. Actually, that's true. You do you well. Do your thing. Do what you do. I don't know. Be inspired. Inspire yourself. I was going to say something inspiring here because I want to be positive and blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm a little bit tired and I'm about to have to go. I'm meeting my friend Ann, who is a rock star. Ann, you a rock star. I'm meeting Ann this morning or today for lunch, and I got to go soon. So I can't really think of anything very inspiring. So how about this? How about inspire yourself today? Because you've got everything you need to do that. If you don't feel motivated, then motivate yourself. If you don't feel inspired, then inspire yourself. If you don't feel like you've got something to say, get over that shit and say whatever it is that you got to say in a book or in a writing journal, whatever. Do something. Do something that makes you feel good. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you mentally healthy and emotionally healthy and all those things. And then, I mean, it is Friday, at least on this side of the camera, it's Friday. Peace out. Home skillets. Do your thing. That's it. I'm done. I am done for today. That was a quickie. Son of a bitch.